Alright then, so hello everyone. Welcome back to the Nukeshot Motorsport YouTube channel, and today we are going to be going through the content provided to us in the 1.39 update of Gran Turismo Sport. This includes the new Goodwood Motor Circuit and some additional scapes. No cars on this time, so making it one of the cheaper updates, for me at least. Martin's already leaving because I just started talking. Fantastic. I'm fairly certain I did like your photo. I'll quickly check. Yes, look, evidence. I has liked your photo. But yeah, of course, hello to Martin and John Wondering in the chat. Good for you. Good for you that you're tagging along with me today. Now, of course, it's always good to have a bit of company for myself, of course. What I thought I would just quickly do, show you the track first, and then I'll go through the scapes. Of course, here is the Goodwood Motor Circuit. It's unlocked after Monza, before Mount Panorama. Only one layout, so this means that the hill climb is currently not included in the game. It is just the circuit. I speculated there might be the hill climb as a second layout, but that turned out to not be the case. We got quite a large range of lighting conditions. I mean, who races at 4:15 in the morning? I'm just saying, or even 5:15 at that. But all right, that's a thing. Of course, the new scape selection that we're just going to quickly check out. It's the 2019 selection from the Polyphony Digital crew, so their personal favorites, as well as a few new ones, I believe. Could be mistaken. So, of course, here's one from Yosemite National Park. And I got a couple from there. Used to actually be the host of, I want to say, the El Capitan circuit, as well as the Cathedral Rock circuits back on Gran Turismo 4. So, nice little throwback in that sense. Got some more. Massive dinosaurs there. Of course, Tokyo Outer Ring Road. Quite a few in Cuba. Some in Europe as well. White Mountain National Forest there, a gas station near the Nürburgring. Very good selection. Of course, a lot of these have already been featured before, but some of them I believe are new. Oh yes, of course, it's Yosemite. Look, I've always pronounced it Yosemite for some weird reason. I don't know why. And hello to Mika in the chat. Now, what is wrong with me? I might just call it Yosemite from the rest of eternity, just to annoy you. And only to annoy you. Already 21 comments and I've barely started the stream. It's fantastic stuff. Good to see the activity going on there. Nigel Farage makes a guest appearance on the show. Alright, moving on to Goodwood. Let's choose a relatively normal time of day. I'm going to be using this Jaguar E-Type. British Racing Green, of course. I think it's a decent car to get us started off. Just to show you a bit of the circuit. Of course, we've had the E-Type in the game for a little while now. But of course, no cars new to this particular update. I'd say this is a relatively fitting choice. Just gonna quickly check. Yep. No, you know what there? I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna forget to change it back later on. But that's gonna be a mistake. Some sort of reference times. We've already sort of did a little bit of driving in a few different cars earlier today. So this is the Goodwood Motor Circuit, or the grass next to it, as I nearly already messed up. So very tight chicane, heading on to the start-finish straight. That's me forgetting I've switched it to manual. Bit of a lift, I think, through here. It tightens up so much all my life. Okay, I've kept it out the wall just about, but yeah, that's one corner in particular that I find very deceptive. You have to slow down while turning it. I think, well, it makes me think at least that you can carry a bit more speed through it than you actually can. Bit sideways. Jaggery tank drifting car. So I'll just be doing a few laps here. Yeah, I know Mika have gone to Narnia already. Shock. 7 viewers, what's this? I haven't even posted a link in half the race gone. How have I managed to get that many viewers already? Oh my life, I'm shredding the gearbox. The car's oversteering. Oh my life. I'm not used to driving manual. Or this new death chicane. Oh, alright, okay. Don't change down there. Oh my life, I'm trying to read chat while doing manual gears. It's absolutely terrifying. Here's the corner which I struggle with. You can see the ghost going to Narnia again. Something that was listed in the changelog was apparently manual gear changes have been made a lot shorter for DualShock users, or something along those lines anyway. Oh my life, I've done it again. Oh no, keep it out the wall. But yeah, whether that's to do with just like H-pattern shift cars, as Bandit said in the group chat, or whether it's just an in general thing, it's not listed. Overall thoughts on the circuit: it's a very high speed layout. I can certainly see it being used for some Group 4 leagues, maybe like a BTCC style thing. It certainly fits that. I've heard some people say it's somewhat similar to Thruxton, which is an interesting analogy. As I've gone to Narnia again, I do apologise. I cannot drive, but we all knew that. Another thing in what was it? The actual track width in say like Group 3 cars or more, it's around the same size as Brands Hatch. I would probably compare. Like certain sections of Brands Hatch that get quite narrow is what I mean. So it's another very narrow, very high speed, dangerous British track. That's again probably not to FIA grade 1 regulations by any means. South of England again as well. I actually went to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, which features the hill climb version that was in Gran Turismo 6, and that was all the way back in 2016. And that was the year of the BMW. They got their own sort of fancy statue in front of the house. Good times, good times. Okay, I'll see if I can do one more lap and sort of drive it semi-okay, he says as he understeers to Narnia again. That's another one that I'm finding it deceptively challenging. This chicane is going to be the scene of a lot of death. I can just see it happening. Okay, so lift, a little bit of braking. Oh my! Oh no 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 no! That counts as still on the track. Just, oh my life. Yes, it is just the new track in this update. No new cars. There's a few new escapes and a new collection bundle. Because I believe there's actually been like some kind of holiday season in Japan recently, so the Polyphony staff have been having a little bit of a break. They still give us a circuit. Probably sort of tell gear changing's a little bit faster. I think that corner requires a bit of a wider entry. It's like the last part of the last corner on Big Willow. Need to be out wide to get a tighter line. Out wide to get a tighter line, that makes complete sense. After that complete butchery of driving. There we go, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose this would be the smallest update so far, but an update nonetheless. It isn't like they've skipped over this month in particular, which they could have easily done. I believe they did that on one occasion in the past. Right before I forget and turn this stream into a travesty. There we go. As per usual, we'll be getting into the GT League stuff, which is going to be hilariously banterful, especially given how it went on the last update, being murdered by the likes of MX-5s. Well, we're going back to Goodwood, and we're going for the mini challenge. Gotta go for the classic. Again, plenty of action going down on the chat. Thanks all who are joining me today. Mika threatening me about keeping on the track and chat. Okay, fair enough. Is Demansty, who's joining us in chat as well, so good to see you around. Quickly check Comfort Soft. Is that what everyone else is on? I don't know. Does it say? It doesn't say. Oh my life, have I 225? That's max tuned. Does it compare with? So okay, I need it max tuned if I'm going to keep up with the new one, it would seem. Comfort Soft is the softest compound we got. No doubt we'll keep on getting new tracks. There's quite a stockpile apparently that's being built up by Polyphony. As to rain, it's been talked about quite a lot over the years with you know, interviews with Kazunori and such. It's certainly proven to be a bit difficult to implement, but who knows? Tires are in the game. as our snow tyres, so we could be seeing a snow rally course at some point, which I think is starting to become more likely than rain, but we'll have to see, as this Mini is so fast. It's also maxing out on this extremely high speed circuit. It is not geared for this. Oh, the squat. Come on, to the inside. You can sort of see what I mean about the track size. Of course, the Mini being a small car, hence the name. And it looks like a regular sized circuit for it. Oh, 3 wide. Oh, no, it didn't work. The large boy got in the way. I cannot see a thing as I drive in this direction, but that's fine. Brilliant sunset. Where do I brake? Where do I brake? About there. Oh my life. What am I doing? I can't drive. Again, we've already established this. Oh, the go-ahead's gone off. And yeah, the back to the weather thing. There's actually been a physics change recently that's listed in the update log. The regular physics seem to be getting adjusted quite a lot. So I guess, you know, it makes sense to just focus on getting the regular tarmac physics done and adjusted, like completely solid, and then working on rain physics. But again, it's probably me being an optimist at this point. Quite a lot of people have given up on rain coming, at least for this particular game. Everyone's still going completely mad wanting GT7, which technically is this game. I wonder if they'll actually call the next Gran Turismo GT7, considering this is sort of like it, or whether it'll just go straight to GTA. It'd be a bit odd. Who knows? What should be like GT Sport 2 or something that people are going to complain about again. Well, we are in the lead, and this front-wheel drive small boy is seeming to be a fair bit easier to handle, even on the comfort tyres, compared to the Jaguar earlier. Again, I am by no means a professional driver, virtual or real life. I was quite nifty in a go-kart, but might still be, I don't know. That's about it. Again, very flat out. Curbs are nice and thin. Oh my life. Well, we are in a field. Bit of rallycross, just taking the joke a lot, lads. Just had to be done. Got to even out the competition somehow. Don't see a thing. Like, normally I don't have issues with lighting conditions being like this kind of level of sunset on other tracks, but for some reason, it might just be because I'm not used to the layout yet, but it's suddenly going to be a bit more challenging than I would have originally thought. Another thought regarding this track, that chicane, there is a layout of that you can straight line, I believe, in real life, like it just cuts out the chicane, but on this particular well, on Gran Turismo Sport at least, that layout isn't available. You can't drive the no chicane variant So it's death chicanes all round. And yeah, makes sense for it to come out next gen. I've been hearing quite a lot of cross-platform compatibility between PS4 and what we can assume to be PS5. So that could be an interesting thing. Makes you think whether, you know, the next game will be available on PS4 as well as PS5. Who knows? Anyway, going away from the new circuit, we are going to Lago Maggiore on the center circuit. A circuit which I have driven before in the likes of FRL TOCA 14, I believe it was the season I was in. Group 4 Touring Car Championship featuring front wheel drives. Good times. Good times. Of course I was teamed up with a certain peasant, Crazy John. But right here, right now, as Fatboy Slim once said, we are not with Crazy John, we are here with a load of minis. Oh, the understeer, I'm so sorry. Come on. Auto gearbox, shift. This track really is just in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Like, there's a house over in this direction, but besides that, it's pretty much just in a massive valley of hills and trees and you know, not much civilization besides the grandstand on the right, of course, but you sort of know what I mean, right? Probably not. I'm going insane already and it's not even been the first hour of the stream. Oh boy, at least I haven't been punted to Narnia yet. Oh, nearly. Come on, Comfort Softs. Come on, Auto Gearbox. Fast boy. Oh, I've ran wide to Narnia. Oh no. That's a very valid point there. Dimensity. We will not know anything until Polyphony themselves say so. One thing that we do know is that the cars in GT Sport have been overspec'd so that they will be ready for the PlayStation 5 or whatever's next. So no doubt pretty much all the cars from GT Sport will be carrying over to the next Gran Turismo game, which will start building up that nice and juicy car list that we once used to have. Was it over 1,200 cars back on GT6? Which is ludicrous. Wonder how many there actually were, because the amount of duplicates. Wasn't there like 15 MX-5s and about 10 different R34 Skylines and such? Whereas now with GT Sport we only have one of each of those. Go on to the last lap here. It's a fun little circuit is Lago Maggiore Centre. You know, quite short. Got relatively decent mix of slow speed here and then higher speed as you make your way through the S's. A lot of these shorter circuits aren't used as much in online racing leagues, which is a shame. But of course, the likes of FRL back in the day, I'm not sure if they still run the TOCA series or if they still run at this circuit. But it was good fun. If I recall, it was one of my better results. I think it was the reverse layout of this circuit actually. So that hairpin was essentially turn 1. And across the line. Didn't quite break the 1 minute barrier. Again, to like the 59s or something, but nevertheless, we won the race and we got a clean race bonus. Something that CJ will never believe I could get. I think I have like nearly 7 million credits stacked up, and there's not even any new cars. Like, why? But that's beginner league done, and Nostalgic Car Festival would seem to be the next place to go. We return to Goodwood. What should I use? What should I use? What my opponents typically running? Oh my life, XJ13's here, okay. On that note, I'm gonna see... Where is it? Oh bother. Wait, non-race car. Hold up. Is the XJ13 allowed in this simply because it never actually raced? Well then, this is going to be a bit of an awkward one. Yeah, that vid, Elwood Rambler, 8K. I actually don't have like even 4K or anything. Well, I'm running 1080. I think the stream's running at 720 or something like that. And probably no frames per second as well, because PS4 standard. But yeah, it's be impressive when it eventually becomes released to the public. Tempted by the Ferrari Dino, so I'll go for it. And no doubt, like the next generation of consoles, like the Xbox 2 or whatever it's going to be, as well as the PlayStation 5, I think they're both aiming for 8K 60 FPS or even 120 FPS. Well then, what cars are we actually against here? So we've got fantastic engine notes, that's for sure. Okay, so we don't actually have a whatchamacallit against us. I'll up that as much as that can go to there. Let's see what we can do with that. Oh my life, we're against a Samba bus. Oh, I forgot the camera angle on the Ferrari Dino's really weird. It's super zoomed into the back of it, which makes it seem extremely large. Nevertheless, we are going. Oh no. Unintentional sliding already. Oh great. Hopefully this is fast enough. Oh, very twitchy on the turn in. Samba bus. And a Fiat 500. Fantastic stuff. Toyota 2000 GT. ancestor of the Supra, and we've just about got past. Yeah, this thing likes to oversteer, at least on these tyres. Again, I'm not used to driving road cars. I'm definitely more suited to higher downforce race cars, such as Group 3s, Group 2s, Group 1s. But it's only a fun experience getting used to this sort of stuff again. Let's see how fast we can go through this chicane of imminent destruction. Very fast, apparently. Made up quite a bit of time with our leaders. Again, it's going to be another circuit like when Autopolis released. It's going to take forever to learn, but once it's learned, it's going to be quite a blast to drive. Really liking the high-speed nature of it. Passing the other Ferrari Dino. I'm braking on a straight because I really don't want to just overcook it into the wall, which I've done on so many occasions already today. Oh no, Stratos. Nearly sent them to the stratosphere. Haha, puns. I'll be here all week, unfortunately. Nah, I'm having a good time with this. And yes, Zoops, it is just the track. There's a few new escapes as well. No cars on this occasion. Apparently there's some kind of a holiday happening in Japan, or was over May. It's like, let's pretend that bottle didn't happen. So the staff of Polyphony, as well as I think quite a lot of staff of companies throughout Japan, currently having a little bit of a break, so that would explain, you know, a lack of cars and such. Plus, Kazunori himself in the tweet said the car team's having a little bit of a break for now. But they still give us a track. They didn't skip over the month of May. We are indeed gaining on the leaders, but I'm not sure if we're gonna quite catch up enough. I'm just going sideways on every occasion. Slide McGee makes a return. Come on. Oh no, oh no. That pass around the outside did not go that well. But we made it happen. We're 11 seconds back from the leader, with just about 2 1/4 laps to go in this one. Again, it's difficult to judge the amount of speed you can carry through some of these, but that'll come with time. Side by side, oh no. Oh no. That lost us both quite a lot of time. I'll get back to reading chat after I've finished this race. I sort of want to do this first try, he says as he goes onto the grass. Again, I don't think I have the power to match the leaders just quite, so I'm going to be very committed through the corners. Oh, the Samba bus is about to be lapped. Please stay off of the apex. Are blue flags even a thing here? I don't know. Oh yeah, they are. Still the marshal holding on. They're still being waved. Hopefully they'll slow down the leaders a bit. All the traffic. If this doesn't work, I'll just up the power or switch to softs or something. Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh no! I took my eyes off the screen for 1 second while sneezing, and that happens. Well, it's a good thing I'm not driving an expensive Ferrari or something like that. Oh, rallycross again. One lap to get 7.5 seconds. Can we do it? Find out after this commercial break. Or this commercial slide, more like. Come on. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, but who knows. Gonna have to be really committed. I'm not sure if the tarmac's just really slippery on this particular circuit or not. Or whether it is just me taking way too much speed. We're gaining quite a lot of time. It's down to 5 seconds. I think we might be able to get second, but I don't think we can quite catch first. Oh my life, again I've pushed it too far. Second is completely off the cards. But it's going to be a podium on our first attempt. Right, going through chat. Oh, the Goodwood Rally Track? Oh, that's interesting. If you mean the hill climb, then yeah, that was in Gran Turismo 6. I believe there is actual rally track as well in Goodwood, so that could be cool. Route 7, that's the extremely long sort of highway section, isn't it? That was at night. Or at night for the most part, I believe. Nice. No, there's no new track experience or a circuit. It's be added the update after a circuit's been released. So I think Polyphony can gather data based on drivers' racing lines and such that they take. I just exited without getting the go. Wow. Is it 1 gig? I actually don't check update sizes. I set my alarm for like 6 AM because that's when the update officially dropped over here in the UK. So then I switched on the PlayStation, set it to download, then went back to sleep again. And then the notification noise was my second alarm. So yeah, I mean it's currently 10:43, so I didn't start streaming right away. I had to wake up and like what I normally do with these. Hello to Nils in the chat. Good to see you tagging along with us yet again. Again, 7 viewers, but as soon as I say 7 viewers, that normally means it's going to drop back down again. Now, let's just increase the power a smidge. I'm thinking sports mediums for a little bit extra grip. That should be enough. Again, I'll get back to reading chat in a little bit. Wait, Route 7 was actually the Tokyo Highway, so that's interesting. But now, of course, we have the Tokyo Expressway, which was, I believe, slightly different to the highway. Yeah, the car's feeling a lot less slidey, although still quite slidey. Oh, we actually have some new cars here, I've noticed. We've got a Golf livery Mark 1. No, not Mark. Is it a Mark 1 GT40? I think so. I forget what marks they all are. I know I have a Mark IV, which surprisingly enough looks older than the Mark I, I believe. But there it is anyway. I'm probably gonna get a lot of criticism for getting that wrong. What should be like a Mark VI or something like that? Slicing through the field. Okay, brake enough so that I don't bottle this section here. That is very much like the last corner on Big Willow. Have to be way to the outside. And there's the XJ13. The race car that never raced, so is technically classed as a non-race car for this race. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Oh no. Things are not going well. I cannot drive. Again. Everyone knew that. Good to see quite a few new faces in the chat, it has to be said. Especially considering I'm quite a small channel. Less than 100 subs. Slowly getting there. At least I'm assuming some of you are new. I mainly just know the ones that are in the group chat and the Discord. Which of course we do have a Discord if any of you want to check that out. It should be in the description as a link. Yeah, got a decent community going over there. I've gone to Narnia again. Okay, that wasn't quite Narnia, that was like halfway through the wardrobe. Come on, Shelby Cobra. Oh, thanks Domesty for becoming a new subscriber to the channel. I will warn you, my upload schedule doesn't exist. I just sort of upload whenever I feel like it. Helps me avoid burnout, which a lot of other people do suffer from. But yeah, I shouldn't be troubling your notifications feed too much. That extra power is certainly making a difference, as well as the tires. The tires are the main thing, I'd say. I'm just feeling so less sliding. Oh no, Miura. There we go. And I just show off a little bit. Just one car to overtake there, just over there in the distance. Oh, rallycross again. Maybe Ferrari did have a Group B rally car at some point. Which, like, of all things to associate Ferrari with, Group B rally? It certainly seems to be a bit on the other side of the spectrum. It's a bit like Rolls-Royce making a monster truck or something like that. They're about to lap some cars. There's a Fiat 500. I don't think there's a Samba bus in this race, which is kind of saddening. Well, it's a Luigi. It's in that sort of pale yellow colour. Shame we don't have a film war as well with the Samba bus in light yellowish green. It's like a pastel tone almost. Remember pastel tones back on Gran Turismo 6, those color chips? We don't have those anymore. As I can't get through. Oh great, things have gone so well. Well, I've just been overtaken by a Shelby Cobra. That's a bit concerning. Oh no. He's got the power on the straight line as well. Oh my life, he's leaving me for dead. I'm not losing this one again. Come on. It's gonna be quick in the corners as well. Oh, what a peasant. Oh no 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 no! Oof, just about kept it. I'm gonna have to dive. No, I can't dive from there. Oh, come on. I can't lose again. No, he's just getting away on the straights. What is this? And I've overcooked it into the last corner, of course I have. Or the last section. It feels like the last corner, but no, there's a chicane. Bother. Why? Why does this happen to me? I'm gonna show you what happens when you go on the pit lane. There. Differences on the driving. Well, they measured that the gear shifting for H-padding cars certainly seems to have been shortened a bit. For like dual shock users and such. Whether it applies to all transmission types, and I don't know. That was just annoying. There, if we lose now, then I just officially suck. And yeah, Laguna Seca as well. That was certainly rumored, although there's literally no evidence backing up the rumors. But it was indeed the first real-life track to be featured in Gran Turismo, back in Gran Turismo 2. The only real-life track from that game. Would certainly make a welcome return. I wonder if it is one of the like 5 or so tracks that they have in development at the moment. Oh, it's an absolute mad scrap going on at the moment. What is this? Oh no, I'm having to rally cross my way past people. No one saw that. Of all cars to beat me to the line, I would have thought it'd be this XJ13, but no. Oh, he's been boxed in. Here's the guy that ended up beating me. It seems that we're faster on the straights now. Oh. Come on. As for the actual, the driving physics, it seems to be as it was. I could be mistaken. There could be a subtle difference in like certain specific cars. Like for all I know, the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 might actually not be a Slide McGee anymore. If that's ever going to be possible. Oh no, oh no, 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 get back on the track! Yes, thank you. It's a very open layout as well, this circuit. That's another thing I noticed. However, there are limits. Not in the form of invisible walls to the sort of the infield of the circuit. It's more a case of the tall grass or wheat or whatever it is that you might see to the inside of the circuit. That generally is where the track borders are, and if you go into the track borders you get reset as opposed to it being an invisible wall, which I suppose it's a bit more realistic in the sense that you're not just hitting, you know, like a wall of non-existence. But still, it isn't like Willow Springs where you can completely explore the whole desert section. Or Silverstone's Stowe circuit back on GT6. Oh my life. Look at that, so nearly on the grass. It's majestic. Come on, Lamborghini. Get out of my way. I am so bad at driving, but it worked. I can assure you I am a fair bit better when I'm not streaming and when I'm doing league racing. But then again, those are with like actual downforce dependent cars, which I certainly thrive in a lot more than road cars. So why the Gran Turismo FIA championships are quite interesting, because they do a decent mix of road cars as well as the race cars, and like different tyres as well. Like I can't remember if comfort tyres have actually been used in the FIA championships yet, but I know sports tyres have, and it certainly makes for a diverse range of practicing that the very top people have to go through. It's a bit like how, I think it was in the finals, the repechage races were actually at Fisherman's Ranch, a rally circuit, which the FIA GT Championships had never done before up to that point, and yeah, it certainly makes for an interesting dynamic having all the different sort of styles of racing within this game combining into the championships. I could have punted Luigi into Narnia there, but I didn't. How close can we get to the walls? Oh, very close. Touching, in fact. Oh no. It's the Cobra, and suddenly he's got more straight line speed than he had before. Here, we're just gonna have to see if we can keep him behind. We are on the last lap. Of all tracks to potentially, you know, like get stuck on, or events rather, a classic car race on the new circuit, it's not that bad of a situation, I suppose. Again, helps me learn it, helps me slide around it. Certainly a unique addition, it has to be said, to the current lineup of tracks. When I first saw the track layout, the first thing I thought of was, oddly enough, Lime Rock Park in a way. So just because it's more rounded, I suppose, and high speed. Redden's Lime Rock Park? Probably not, but nevertheless, across the line. We didn't get fastest lap in the end, I believe, but that doesn't matter. We've won. Now I finally will go over the chat again. I had a car handicap as well. Fantastic. So I wasn't cheating. Technically. Does Project Cars 2 actually have Laguna Seca then? That's interesting if that is the case. Wouldn't surprise me, there's quite a lot of tracks in that game. Never played it myself, actually, Project Cars 2. Or any of the Project Cars series. I played Forza 4 at one time, I think for around 6 months or so. I've just noticed my phone is on 15% charge, which means I'm going to have to put it in the charger, which means I'm going to have to really look over to see the chat. I'll leave it for a little bit. Yeah, it should be fine for now. Anyway, oddly enough, it's the same circuit combination of Goodwood and then the center layout of Lago Maggiore. Interesting. 3 wide momentarily as we make our way down to turn 1. Ferrari's home country, of course, sunny region of Italy. And again, it's really low sun levels. Oh my lord, me and the Lamborghini, the Countach, doing some tandem McGeeing. There's a line of cars here, let's see if we can pass them around the outside. Oh, we can as well. And we outdrag a muscle car going onto the straight. Hello to Matt Morris as well, and I believe I said hello to Elwood Rambler earlier, or at least I mentioned you. Again, good to have some new people and some returning faces to the channel. It can't be legal to drift a Ferrari like this, can it? Like a classic one. It's just unheard of within the motoring community. Imagine like a Formula D Ferrari. Oh, it's 9 laps I've just noticed. Oh boy, well, I suppose it is a shorter circuit, so makes sense. We're actually doing laps under a minute now, which is better than what we managed to do in the Mini earlier in the stream, which is somewhat expected. Is that the De Tomaso? Yeah. Or Tomaso, or again, pronunciations. Oh my life, that was a bit of a twitch. I'm a DualShock user as well, so when I have a twitch, I really correct it and it goes completely wrong. Generally it's alright. Road Atlanta, now there's a track that I really want to see Gran Turismo get their hands on. Pretty much a staple of the Forza franchise at this point. Oh, again, Twitch McGee. But yeah, closest reference we've had to Road Atlanta in Gran Turismo in the past was the Panos Esperante GTR1 race car. Which of course, Road Atlanta created by Don Hayniles. Who I believe has passed away actually, which is a shame. It also featured some Road Atlanta track decals on the front of it, I believe, did the Esperante. And of course there was always the track editor that we used to have back on GT5 and 6. Admittedly, the one in GT6 a lot better. You could actually design the track how you wanted it rather than Gran Turismo 5's method of like splitting it into like 7 sectors as an example. Sector 1 complexity 1 through 10, and then it would just automatically generate something. As opposed to you drawing out the layout you want, which was a thing for Gran Turismo 6's editor. Made quite a few tracks on that GD6 editor on an iPad. Cool, I sort of hooked it up. Made it a lot easier to design stuff. I'd imagine designing a track on the PlayStation would be a little bit more difficult than the touchscreen fanciness that we had with the trackpath editor on GT6. Oh, we're in the lead. I thought we weren't for a second because there was a car ahead, but no, we're just lapping people. Oh, there we go. That Alpine looks so small. Probably because it is, and also because the camera angle makes this thing look like an actual ocean liner. Which is the closest hint of rain being in the game that we've had in quite some time. As well as some other boat McGee's like the Ford Mustang Group 3 and the like. There is actually rain in the game, it's just very few people know about it from what I recall. The Northern Isle Festival events, I believe there's 2 of them that feature actual rain conditions. The reason they can get away with that there is because it's like an enclosed stadium, so they have less to render, I believe. Well, it's a bit easier on the game engine. But yeah, the rain effects from there are absolutely amazing. Might showcase them in a little bit. Maybe straight after this event, actually. I'll just jump into that while I'm on the subject and before I forget. Those events are quite fun. DSF Motorsports, changing the handling. For me personally, it seems to be the same. I'm a DualShock user. It might be differences with certain wheels, with the force feedback and the vibrations and such. Well, no, normally they're a bit more specific when regarding that. Like they say, force feedback settings on this have been adjusted or the like. But I'd say it might be to do with certain cars. But the ones I've driven so far in this update, they do feel pretty much the same. It's not like the physio have a complete overhaul like we had. I want to say it was either June or July when we had the Sunqua update. I believe that was the one that introduced the marbles to the game, like on every circuit, as well as Tire Flex. I believe that was the first time we had that. There was a modified version of the GT6 track editor, I only had the official one. I know there was some very fun ways you could abuse the system by like placing like 1,000 anchors within within 200 meters or something, and that would make like the bumpiest road known to man. But it was just fantastic. I believe I made a circuit literally just called Jump-tastic, where it would literally just launch you to space. It was amazing. 10 viewers. That is quite a milestone. We'll be moving on to the other thing in a sec. I just want to quickly do something a little bit different. Where was it? Mission challenge. I'll see if I can find one of the rain events at Northern Fest. And yeah, Deep Forest as well. That was one of the first tracks to be rumored in development. Is this loading? Have I encountered a bug? This is frozen, hasn't it? Right. I'll give it about a minute or so. If it hasn't unfrozen, I'm gonna have to exit the game, which will probably end the stream, but I'll have another one up as soon as I can. That's really unfortunate. I believe with Deep Forest it was mainly a case of getting it to FYA specifications or something along those lines, designing it in that sense. Whereas with the new tracks, like the custom ones, like Largo Bajore, Dragon Trail, they pretty much designed like that from the start because, you know, it's their first game, so it's a lot easier to design them that way. Whereas Deep Forest would be a conversion of a classic track. Oh, you've never tried a wheel, Elwood Rambler, that's quite interesting. I had a wheel once. It was back on the PlayStation 2, where I played it a bit on Gran Turismo 3, I think it was. Good times. Right, so yeah, this isn't ending. Even the time up there, that should be 11:12 by now, so even the clock's frozen. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. So the stream's gonna go down, but I'll have another one up shortly, so as soon as that gets up, feel free to join for that. Hopefully we don't encounter this again. So yeah, I'll hope to see you guys for a continuation of the stream in what I will label as part 2. It will be up in a few minutes time. I'll try my best to set it up as fast as I can. Hello also to Blue Eyes White Dragon in the chat. So yeah, again, nice to have you guys tagging along. Stick around for the second part of the stream. That'll be going up as soon as possible. I hope to see you there.